Paul Pastore, Divorce Recovery Workshop. Divorce Recovery Workshop, Paul Pastore.
Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. How many here would say that they are happily married? I know for a fact that members of this club are. Danny most recently went on his honeymoon. You heard that story. And there are members of this club who have been happily married for decades. 10, 20, 30. Ted's been married over 40 years. And I am totally impressed with the commitment, the love and respect that must take. But on the other hand, there are people like me who have been divorced before. Anybody here willing to admit that they've been divorced at least once? All right. Well, I have, at the end of next month, a divorce recovery workshop for men, because I don't want to happen to you what has happened to me. Let me tell you that story. A couple of years ago, my wife decided she wanted a divorce. She didn't want counseling, she just wanted a divorce as fast as possible. Imagine that! So we did the necessary paperwork, and it came that day when she would come over with a U-Haul truck and take what belonged to her. And just before she was about to leave, I thought I would scurry around the house and see if there was anything that she forgot. And I went into the master bedroom closet, and hanging on the rack was a garment bag. And I opened the garment bag. I looked inside, and there was her wedding dress. I knew she wanted it. So I ran downstairs, and I said, honey, I think you forgot something. Has anyone here seen the movie The Exorcist? Do you remember in that movie when Marin the priest was about to enter the room where the little girl was laying in bed? Do you remember that scene? Everything grew quiet. It became very cold. Their breath started to crystallize. The little girl's eyes became very slanty. And her voice became very deep. That's what that moment reminded me of. I said, honey, I'm sure you want to keep this wedding dress. And she replied, I said, but honey, what do you think I'm going to do with that wedding dress? And then she said something I'll never forget. And I'm going to clean it up for the Toastmasters. She said, you can shove it where the sun don't shine. And then she left and slammed the door. I was flabbergasted. I had to sit down to steady myself.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it might be better to have a cup of coffee. So I was in the kitchen, I grabbed a coffee filter, and I was about to put it in the coffee maker. And I thought, why would I want to waste a perfectly good coffee filter when I could use this wedding dress? These are only some of the ideas, my fellow Toastmasters, that you are going to to learn in my divorce recovery workshop. You put the wedding dress in the coffee filter, and then you put the coffee and you turn it on. And I'm telling you, I sat down. I had one of the most refreshing, therapeutic, cathartic cups of coffee I have ever had in my life.
Oh, man.
Now, some of you may be wondering, are there other things you can use a wedding dress for? In the kitchen, of course there are. What about an apron? I personally enjoy using it as an oven mitt. When I take a shower, why soil the bath mat? There's a perfect.
There you go.
Sometimes your car may have an oil leak. Here's a perfectly good oil I personally check my oil frequently. Perfectly good oil rag. What about outside? These are inside. What about outside? Whenever I rake up the leaves, there's a perfectly good tarp for the leaves. Some of you know in Arizona, some of our plants are frost sensitive. You wonder, burlap? Should I use plastic? Will that affect the plants? Perfectly good. Frost plant cover. I most recently went hiking, Pikes Peak in Colorado with Lisa. When we were outside, I used this as mosquito netting. Some of you know that I'm into sports, and whenever I play basketball, I have a do-rag. There are a lot of uses for a wedding dress besides the wedding, my fellow Toastmasters, and you are going to learn these and dozens more in my divorce recovery workshop. Some of you thinking, well, give me a few extra right here just to tantalize you to sign up. What about a fly swatter? My fellow Toastmasters, I am totally in awe of the major marital milestones that some members of this club have experienced. But if it doesn't work, sign up for my divorce recovery workshop.
Timer, 1 minute of silence, please.